What can you do with AHK that you can't do with macros? I mean, you can, for example, make it so that you can press the spell and hold it down, and it just spams the spell 1,000 times a second. Right? So if you know you're going to get CC'd, or someone's going to get CC'd, you just target them, hold down the spell, and it instantly removes it 0.000001, right? So that's one thing. Like, for example, in Wrath, if you know a Feral Druid is going to get a proc or has a proc to clone you, and he's spamming clone on you without AHK, and you're spamming the spell on him with AHK, and you're behind the pillar, you just hold it down on him, run out of the pillar, and it instantly dispels it. He can never clone you first, ever. Right? It's like 0.1% chance that he actually presses that clone in the split second where it can go off, where your AHK doesn't spam it, right? Same thing with Podge, right? If two Palas or Rogues or whatever are trying to stun each other, gouge each other or whatever, the one with AHK will almost always get it before the other one, right? So this is like little things that make a huge difference. But this is like the most basic form of it, right? And the most quote-unquote acceptable form of it, right? Which I still think is something that should be bannable. I still don't think that's something that should be acceptable in the game. So what the other things you can do with it is you can make it look at certain pixels on your screen, right? So you can just make a weak aura. For example, if you're a warrior on Wrath of the Lich King, right? You just make a Taste for Blood weak aura, right? When you get proc. And the overpower is off global, right? And so the AHK can just look for this weak aura in a specific location that pings up whenever you get a proc. And it just is always in a set position, right? So the pixels will always be the same in that position. And then when you get the proc, the AHK sees it and uses the overpower no matter what, right? So you will always just use your overpower 0.01 whenever. You can also just set it to do like full-on fucking damage rotations for you. So there was warriors in Wrath of the Lich King, they were literally just barely doing anything, right? They were just automatically doing their almost entire damage rotation. So you could just tell like there was just warriors that would do way more damage than other warriors because of it, because they didn't have to focus on damage rotation at all. And they were basically just moving their character around. There was people that they had like wall automated at certain percentages, like all this kind of shit, right? Yeah, it was bad.